So I'm going to do the rest of the line, and you do 5 minutes a day. And if you only get 3 done or 2 done, that's fine. Just watch this video up to here, and then the next day, you use this as your answer key to check. But I'll go through all the steps. So when I look at this chord right here, I see these 2 notes together. So the top one is the root. So I know that this is a D chord right there. And the notes are D, F, A, and C, like this. I'm just gonna, there's no room up here, so I'll just put it down here. D, F, A, and C. There are no sharps and flats, and so I can do this a couple different ways. I can say that I know from the table that DFAC is a minor 7th chord because it has no sharps and flats. Or I can say DFA is a minor triad, and on that table, the only chord that's got a 7th on it that has a minor triad is the minor 7th chord, right? Minor triad, minor 7th chord. None of these other ones have a minor triad. So this is D minor 7. Make sure that your little m is clearly a little m, so I don't, it's not mistaken for a large M. If you're unsure, put MIN, and that makes it certain. Okay. All right, so here we go again. I have these 2 notes side by side right there. So the top one is going to be the root, and that's an A flat, right? And I'm just going to write these down below. So if that's my A flat right there, then this note down here is my C and my E flat, and then this is just a plain old G right there. So I look at this and I say A flat, C, E flat is a major triad because it's an A chord with the raised third, flat, 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 raised the third. So the only chords that are 7th chords that have a major triad in them are the major 7th chord and the dominant 7th chord, right? Major triad, major triad. So I just have to see if the 7th is a half step down from the root or a whole step down from the root. And I'm not going to pull up a keyboard, but if you think about A flat going down to G, they're right beside each other a half step. So this is a major 7th and a half step down to G, or a major 7th up. So a major 7th and a major triad is a major 7th chord, like that. Okay, here we go again. I got these 2 notes smushed up against each other. So the top one is the root, it's F, and the notes are F, A, C, and E. No sharps or flats, major triad, half step down. So major 7th chord, right? Major triad and major 7th, or a half step down. Here I go again. This is my 2 notes. The top one's the root. They're smushed together. So another A flat chord, but now it's A flat, and then a C, and then an E flat, and then a G flat. Now, in a separate case, we could calculate that out. Major triad, only dominant 7th chords and major 7th chords have major triads. And then if you go down a half step, it would be major 7th. So that would be a major 7th chord. Go down a whole step, that would be a minor 7th, and this would become a dominant chord. But we just did this one right here with a major 7th, and this is lower. So this is a major triad plus a whole step down, A flat to G flat, and a major triad plus a whole step down, right, is a dominant 7th chord. And remember, the symbol is just plain 7. We don't write dominant 7. We just write that like that. Okay, here we go again. We have a D and a C, these 2 notes right there. So D is my root. This is D, F sharp, A, and C. This is a major triad. So it's going to be a major 7th or the dominant 7th chord, depending on if this is a whole step down from the root or a half step down. And D down to C is a whole step. So a major triad and a whole step down, or a minor 7th, is a dominant 7 chord. You just put the 7th on there. By default, that means dominant 7th. Last one on this row. Here's my 2 notes that are side by side. So the top one is going to be the root. So that's an A. So I have an A, and then a C, and then an E flat, and then a G. ACE is a diminished triad, and that can only be part of the half diminished 7th chord or the diminished 7th chord, because those are the ones that have diminished triads. Now, if it goes down a whole step, minor 7th, so it's a half diminished. And if it goes down 3 half steps, or 1.5 whole steps, it's a diminished seventh, which makes it a fully diminished seventh chord. And if we look, A goes down to G by one whole step. So this is a diminished triad and a minor seventh right there, right? Whole step down. Diminished triad plus minor seventh is a half diminished seventh chord. And that's your row for the day.